MLB The Show is at the gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri, and lovely Busch Stadium. Game 1 here in the month of August between the Colorado Rockies and the St. Louis Cardinals. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Alex Reyes, a right-hander from the Garden State of New Jersey, gets the ball here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike 1. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, they hate D-Row. This has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Row getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
The 2-1. Pitch popped up. Cozart over to his left. And that's the first out of the inning. And a moment now to peek at the Rockies starting lineup. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes, battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He is going to have to grind. He is going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark, and his defense is going to have to be on point.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he takes ball 1. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Row, you better be up there ready to swing with Ricky Holiday behind the plate, particularly on that high pitch.
Yeah, and I don't like that, Dan. As an offensive player, that's the one pitch that you almost can't get to with a power guy on the mound. I'm okay with you giving a little bit on the corners. If you start giving north, it makes it super tough on the hitters.
Center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, and what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. A wind-up and the 0-1. Popped up. Garcia is there, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. No score. Tyler Anderson, the Nevada-born starter, will get the call in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but I'm sure he and the team are looking for a lot more in this one today.
And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. Well, boys, we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight. They've been hot of late, winners in 4 straight.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps, line to line. This team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
Popped him up. Arenado in foul ground. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, this team could really benefit if Colton Wong could get it going. Last month, he turned in less than 20 hits. He's just been real inconsistent. That's not terrible, but it's not good either. And he's the guy that they need to be productive. I'm looking for a bounce back here.
So digging in now, Greg Garcia. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First delivery to him on the way. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Garcia, a California-born ball player. He was selected in the 7th round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Down the third baseline. Gloved by Arenado. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Batting third, first baseman.
Stepping up to the plate, Paul DeYoung, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Into the second deck and gone. It's a solo shot here for Paul DeYoung. Number 17 for him on the season, and the Cardinals move out in front 1-0.
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to spot your starter or run it to early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice. They're going to be swinging with the wood here. No better way to get the home crowd into it right out of the gates.
Here's Matt Carpenter.
Carpenter.
She'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. But the Cards are on the board first thanks to this. So here's the cleanup hitter, Carlos Gonzalez. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
Carlos Gonzalez.
Here comes the first pitch. And he just misses with a curveball. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see two different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Grounded down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. A ball and a strike to Trevor Story. We're in the second with the Redbirds holding a 1-0 lead. Line towards center field. Under it is Wong, and there are 2 away now.
Batting set, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Here's the first pitch to him. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
As this game progresses, I don't think he's going to want to miss in that spot down the middle of the plate much more. It's early. They're a little less aggressive right now, so he's able to get away with it.
Here's ball 1 now to the Rockies' third baseman. It's 1-1. So 1-1. Misses, ball 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
You know, when you haven't gotten a guy on base yet in the entire game, a 3-ball count kind of feels like a little mini rally. Let's see if he can get on.
There's ball 4.
And you can tell by his body language that he's beyond frustrated by that call. He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. That will only make things worse.
First pitch of the at-bat. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Arenado is off at first with 2 away. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even make some firewood. He got it in there, but that was a good take to lay off and take the ball.
Third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over. 1 left for Colorado. They still trail 1-0. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. First delivery to him on the way. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Oh, here's a shot out to right center. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. So striding forward for his first opportunity, Marcell Ozuna. And the confidence might be wavering at the moment. Last 10 or so ball games have been a real struggle for him. And a high strike there, 0-1. Cue shot here out towards short, and 1 gone.
So here's how the Colorado Rockies are positioned defensively. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Trevor Story. We get it, big-time power, but also adequate on the defensive side. Taking over after Troy Tulowitzki left couldn't be easy, and Trevor Story did a heck of a job.
Standing in, Jose Martinez, and he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. And he falls behind 0-2. Martinez makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. The 0-2 once more. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Coming in is Blackmon. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. The next to bat for St. Louis, Carson Kelly, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is skied into short left center. Coming in is Blackmon. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Cards leave 1, We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. In now, Chris Iannetta, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Chris Iannetta.
Now the pitch. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1. And he lays off for ball 1. The 1-1 home. This is line to left. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out, number 1. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Tyler Anderson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 22.
Riding in once again, Johnny Tolbert. First offering on its way. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. A ball hit hard to the left side. And there's the first hit of the game for Colorado. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Hard bullet single to left field on a pitch that was kind of middle down in the zone, D-Row, and he's going to have to make some better pitches than that one.
Yeah, if he's going to leave pitches over the heart of the plate, he's going to have a long night. The middle of this order does serious damage.
Stepping in now, Ian Desmond. Fly ball out to straightaway left. And Ozuna will make the catch to retire the side. Rockies strand 1. They're down 1-0. Standing in, Alex Reyes, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Moving under it, Desmond, 1 away.
The center fielder, number 16, Colton Wong.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Colton Wong, 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through. Sent out to straightaway center field. Blackman is under it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, second baseman.
Digging in, Greg Garcia. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one just missed outside.
Stay on the attack if you're the pitcher right here. You know who's lurking, 3, 4, 5, and you'd love to see that number 3-hole hitter lead that next inning off.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Hot shot on the ground to short. Story picks it up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals, but they're on top 1-0. Now batting, Charlie Blackman. He popped out in his first trip.
Center fielder, Charlie Blackman.
Here comes the first pitch. On the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Carlos Gonzalez.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Missed with a breaking ball.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Trevor Story waits on deck.
D-Rod.
3-2 now.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch on its way. First pitch of the AB is swung on and lifted in the air to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. They trail this one 1-0. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run. So it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a ground ball to third. Arenado's got it, and there's one away.
Third baseman, number 13.
Settling in now, Matt Carpenter. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And now a pitch on the way. And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
You know, there aren't many guys that could just spit on an 0-2 pitch like that. Maybe it fooled him. We won't ever know, but it worked out.
Right side, but it's well foul. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two pitches fouled away. Again, he sends it out of play. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Line to the right side. Gonzalez is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Zach Kozar. Here comes the first pitch. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Blackmon going back, and he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals, but they're up 1-0. Here's Nolan Arenado. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike one. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, two different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy, working all four quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like two different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
At the plate, Bradford Robinette. He bats here as the reigning Rookie of the Month in the National League. Here's the first pitch to him. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one. A line shot to third base, but the runner is back to avoid the double play.
Now batting, catcher, Chris Iannetta.
So coming to the plate, Chris Iannetta hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. First offering on its way. No balls and a strike to count. No runs, just one hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. To second for one. And the return is offline, but is able to gather it in and make the tag. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So put another 0 on the board as they've been held scoreless through 5. Home half of the 5th coming up. St. Louis is out in front, 1-0. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
But he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Absolutely jumped all over that fastball, and it might have been a home run if he had any elevation under it, but it was basically right at the outfielder.
In now, Jose Martinez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good.
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall. A home run. Solo shot here to left. Home run number 15 for him thus far, as the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead.
Hey, Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump. Giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb at any time as a pitcher. You just have to regroup and get back on that horse.
Into the box now, Carson Kelly. As he'll take a look at ball one. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2. Two and 2 to the Cardinals catcher. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Now to the plate, Alex Reyes. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Cardinals pitcher up there with a 1-2 count.
1-2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Again, a 1-2. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. 1 for the Cardinals in the inning on the solo home run. We're through 5 innings here tonight. It's now 2-0 St. Louis. At the plate, Tyler Anderson will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
24, second baseman, Johnny Tolbert.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Johnny Tolbert. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And now the second pitch is swung on and hit in the air to left. Under it is Ozuna, and there are 2 gone now.
The left fielder, number 20, Ian Desmond.
Digging in once again, Ian Desmond. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So that'll extend the inning and keep it alive for Charlie Blackmon.
Man, this guy's really starting to swing the stick again, D-Row. That extends his hitting streak to 9 games.
Yeah, he's leaking into 3 series right here now. 9 games, that's getting firm. He's seeing the ball well, and he's making the proper adjustments at the plate.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. One left for Colorado. They're still down. It's 2-0. At the plate, Colton Wong. He'll lead it off as we start the home sixth. First offering on its way.
Wong.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Therefore, it is Blackman, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, second baseman, Greg Garcia.
Ready once again, Greg Garcia. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. In there, a base hit.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding holes there.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 0-1 the count. Garcia leads off first with 1 away. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Bullet back up the middle. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Third baseman, number 13, Matt Carpenter.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Matt Carpenter. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about the best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Comes set and the 0-1. Down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Robinette is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for the Cardinals as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. 7th inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Right side. It's flagged down deep in the hole. On to first, and a big out to start the 7th. 1 gone.
Now batting.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Popped him up. Garcia moving to his left. 2 down.
The batter, number 21.
In now for Colorado, Nolan Arenado. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Wong on the move. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Down go the Rockies on a mere 4 pitches. They trail it here 2-0. Here's the shortstop, Zach Kozar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit at third. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
2-1. Two and 2 to Marcell Ozuna.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
So it was a strikeout looking there. Marcell Ozuna becomes the second out of the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. A ball and no strikes. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Outside, 3-0 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals, but they're on top 2-0. Leading off the inning, Bradford, Robinette, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Hit to third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Very brisk pace to the ballgame thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Wow, D-Row, we've seen one power pitcher, one finesse guy, but both of them on point. 2 different ways to get through a lineup, and both of them have worked.
Yeah, Dan, tip of the cap to both starters, right? 2 different ways. The power guy was on top of his game. Not really mincing much, just coming right down the throat at these offensive players. The finesse guy did exactly what he's always done. Move the ball up and down, in and out, and get it to the bullpen.
Well, before that homer, he was on autopilot, retiring 5 hitters in a row. Just goes to show you, one lapse, one bad location, and all of a sudden you're licking your wounds a bit.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Matt Bowman will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Tommy Pham will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Number 28, Tommy Pham.
David Dahl will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
David Dahl.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. He's got that average pushing up near 360 now. 13 home runs and an even 40 RBIs. The 1-0. Popped him up. Kozart over to his right. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Cardinals are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter, and he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening. So the Rockies lineup turns over, and to the plate, Johnny Tolbert. Third baseman hugging the line here, final out of the inning. But the Rocks draw a bit closer. Brian Shaw is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Digging in to try it again, Carson Kelly. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Lifted in the air out to left. There to take it is Desmond, and that's the first out. Coming to the plate now, Tommy Pham. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Bouncer up the middle. Tolbert fields it cleanly. On to first, and there are 2 down. Ready for another shot now, Colton Wong. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him, and this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. This is flared out towards second, and 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They still lead it 2-1. The Gateway Arch illuminated at night here in St. Louis. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. Sean Gilmartin comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th. Digging in now, Ian Desmond. He singled his last time up. First offering on its way. On the ground to third. Carpenter is there. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over.
First pitch on its way. Missed with a slider. Driven nicely into the gap. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he's going to get there. And he's in at third now as the tying run after the one-out triple.
Yeah, everyone knows this guy's been having a great year at the plate, but he's not exactly a gazelle on the bases. But he turns on the jets here and makes it all the way to third. He might need an oxygen tank, but hey, he made it.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. And he's got a chance to tie things up here as the equalizer sits just 90 feet away. Now a pitch out as they might have smelled the squeeze that time. But he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back. Blackman stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Two balls and a strike to Carlos Gonzalez. Gil Martin, a 27-year-old. He was a first-round pick during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Slider bounces, and that gets away. Line towards center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. He's safe at the plate, and that ties the ball game in the top of the ninth.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck.
Tried the old ambush tactic, and it almost worked right there. Wasn't able to keep that first pitch fastball fair. The at-bat, he's got a lot left in this. If he's able to let that one go, I still think he can have a quality AB.
Downey couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. 2 out, nobody on. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
High in the air into shallow left center. Coming on is Ozuna. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd, as now their 9th inning lead has evaporated. The Cardinals with a chance to walk it off as we go to the last of the ninth. Now at the plate, Greg Garcia. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. He's set and the pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact,